Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Doing good, doing good. We got Zoom coming in. We got Gulag coming in. We got Caesar back today. Nice, nice. Awesome. Let's take a look over here. Pound yen. Pound yen, pound yen. Let's take a look at, first of all, let's take a look at Forex Factory here, see what's going on. All right, so we got the pound bank holiday. We got yen holiday. You know, so far just by looking at pound on the smaller time frames, on especially the 30-minute time frame, seemed like we're going to break above this high and continue moving bullish, but the whole problem was this wasn't enough range. It was like a 11, 12 pip range. So yeah, it wasn't enough range at this point. So we're just ranging over here now. Also, we got to remember we got the yen holiday. Well, yen is closed in this session anyway. We got the pound holiday. So there might be, less volume. So we might range between, 151,900 and 151,700. So we're gonna kind of like wait to see what happens in this range, because so far we're creating this support, we're creating this resistance, and if we break the support, there's a very high probability we can continue down back towards 151, 450. So even though we have bank holidays, there is sometimes some sort of volume in the markets, even though there are bank holidays. Okay, let's take a look here. Bank holiday, first day of the month, first day of the week. I'm staying away from GJ today. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, gold is running very, very smooth. Gold had a buy here earlier on before the NY, right around here, still running. It's around like, how much is it? It's like, oh wow, 500 pips at this point. Okay, can you explain your GJ from last night? So that was taken around here, 151, 100. That was taken around 151, 100. That trade around 151, 100. Let me see if I can explain that over here. Let's see. Get my pound yen at this time. Zoom out. Okay, so let me share the screen here. So this is where that trade was taken right here. So we had a 4-hour candle closing bullish, right? The new 4-hour candle started right here. Once this 4-hour candle broke the previous candle's high, this is where I was like, okay, you know what? If we're breaking the high, we got clean candles on the left on the 4-hour, it may continue moving up, right? And the confirmation was on the smaller time frame. We'll go towards the 1-hour time frame. When a 1-hour candle, this one here, broke the high of the previous 1-hour candle, took the trade, it went in a little bit profits, put stops at break even, and then I let the rest run. And when I woke up this morning, this was actually around, around right over here, around this consolidation area. So that's where I closed the trade. But gold is still pushing at this time. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is USD CAD. USD CAD. So we got a resistance here, looking for buys above this area. Looks good. Sells below this area. Clean candles, good range over here. So that's good. Looking for this to kind of like move. So we're going to see how this opens up. Let's see here. All right. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is SPX 500. We have the 30-minute chart and we got the 5-minute chart here. Started gaining bull pressure, as you can see here. Offered one more impulse entry right here. Nice. Then break up. Oh, nice. So was this trade taken? I hope it was taken here. But you're good. Like, you're good at spotting the entries as we're breaking the highs. We got like semi-clean candles here to the left hand side too. I entered earlier on GJ for the 15-minute, hit 10 pips on the dot, but it rejected hard and it didn't secure in time to stops. Oh, stopped out at break even. Oh, okay, it's okay. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is retraced back to 1775. 17 cents. Oh, you're looking for sells at this point. Okay, looking for sells on gold. So far gold is pretty bullish here. We're approaching this heavy resistance right here. If we break the 1781, I think next stop is at 1785, right up over here. We got clean candles here to the left hand side. So I guess we'll have to see some sort of a rejection from this area for price to continue down, because right now we're just creating clean candles which are moving bullish. So we'll need to see some sort of rejection for price to go down. Can you explain why you took gold at that point? Because the 30-minute candle closed weak bullish? Yes, because gold had really strong momentum moving up. It created a high at 1781. After the high was created, came down, candle closed bearish, and next candle closed bullish. So when the next candle closed bullish, I was like, well, like, you know, what's the probability it's going to continue up to retest the high as long as it respects the previous candle low right over here? So that's where I executed the buy, kind of like leveraged the profits from pound yen. Stops were down over here and then continued up to almost like to retesting the high at this point. So that was just based on, like, you know, confirmation of price creating support on the 30-minute. And then when we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, this also rejected this area on the 1 hour. So it was just a matter of, like, you know, execution and the things that we've seen before. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is, ooh, pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand broke minor support, closed 90% at 10 pips, so runner left, nice. Okay, let's break down pound AUD. Let's take a look at pound AUD. What is MT5 payment account on Dominion Markets? That's for PAM services. Yeah, that's what it's for. It's a default account, you know, you can't really change it. It's just there. Let's take a look at the daily. So daily is kind of like in a range. Looking on the 4 hour time frame, we're rejecting a resistance right here on the 4 hour time frame. We also got the pound holiday, so we got to be careful about that. 30-minute time frame is also kind of like rejecting some sort of an area here, so we'll have to wait to see how this closes. 15-minute. The thing is, we broke above this consolidation, right? We broke above this consolidation. We broke below this minor support. We're right. And if we do continue moving bearish candles, I think we can fill this wick and continue on down over here. But at the same time, again, there's a bank holiday, so we got to be careful about that. So let's take a look at this here. If we break above 151.900, where can price move up to? So let's take a look here in the smaller time frame. So looking to the left hand side, we have clean range. This is around 15, 16 pips away. So maybe this could be the area we can target if we break above 151.900. Were you actively looking at the charts during the Asian session? Yes. We sent a breakdown, whole analysis, so kind of like executed based off of that. If we were looking for gold, if we were looking for entry on gold, would the 1781 be a good place to look? I think a good place to look would be to wait for a candle to kind of like, you know, close above this area. And I would really want to see some sort of a consolidation above 1781, because if you look in the past price kind of like rejected this area in the London session, high volume session, we got rejected. We got rejected again in the New York session. We got rejected again in the London here, and now we're coming back here at the New York session, right? So rejections here happened once before, so we got to be, I mean, if I would want to take a buy at this point, I actually closed my buys right over here, and if I would want to take another buy, I would want to see some sort of a consolidation here for price to continue moving bullish. That's what I would want to see, you know, because this breaking up, it could very well wick back down, but it's gold, it may very well, you know, continue moving up. So that's why we got to be careful about that. Let's take a look here. This is your JPY impulse entry when the 1 hour low gets broken. I think you may want to be careful about this because there's a consolidation here to the left hand side. You may want to be careful about this. I would want to, if I was looking for sells on your JPY, I would want to see some sort of a support formed And if the support is formed, and if that support is broken, then I might look for sells, rather than just taking an impulse entry, especially on a Monday, so just got to be cautious there a little bit. When price is trending up and you want to take sells, it's better to wait for support to form and that support to break. And then you got to take the sell. Since when do you trade so much out of recession? Fasting, man. You start fasting and you can't sleep. I'm up at like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. sometimes. So let's take a look at this chart here. Oh, 1 minute chart. Oh man, look at this. What's happening here? Candle closed above structure right here. Closed 80% at 13 pips. Nice. It's a 1 minute chart. So all I can say is, yeah, it looks good. You executed, took profits on the 1 minute. Is gold bearish on the long run? I'm tempted to short at 1785. Oh boy. Is gold bearish? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You'll have to wait to see some sort of bearish candles forming on gold, If you can see bearish candles forming on gold, I think that's going to be a good idea to take a sell. Not right here. I mean, we're bullish, so look for buys, right? Look for candles closing above 1781 and look for buys all the way up to 1785. Because you always got to, follow the trend. If the trend is bullish, you got to look to see, okay, how can you execute buys and ride the trend rather than look for the opposite trade on the trend. I think that's how most people lose, because you start looking for the opposite trades as price is moving in one way. Break below potential sells to next support. Okay, yeah, looks good. I would still say maybe wait for support to form and then take that trade once we break support. All right, let's see here. What's this? This is another gold trade. Oh, this was a buys right here once we broke the high at this point. Very nice. See, we made a high, came down and created support and continued up to retest the high. Hey, good morning. I missed all these moves on pound due to bank holiday. If there's a setup on holiday, is it good to execute? I think with experience and the more you see things happen, then you may be able to get confident enough to execute it. I've been seeing bank holidays like for the past 4 or 5 years. So when you start to see bank holidays, sometimes there is volume. I'm not sure where the volume comes from, probably through algos or institutions still open, but sometimes there is still volume, and if the setup is there and the candles are bigger and if there's clean range, like on pound yen on the 4 hour, we had clean range to the left hand side, it just made sense. But that's how you learn over time, right? What's this? This is a sell on gold. Nice. See, so this sell I like here because even though price was trending bullish right here, but we broke the support to continue down. So that was good. And that's the same thing you want to look on pound AUD here as well. Now a support is formed down over here, and if we break this support, let's bring this down here. So if we break the support, then you can take sells for price to continue down. If we break the support. You think Jeev is better to read chart? What do you think once you said he's better than you read chart? Oh, that's fine. Do bank holidays make the pair move slower? Sometimes. Not all the time. So you gotta see what's going on in a particular situation. Euro USD buys, price moving up. Okay, let's take a look at Euro USD. Let's see here. Euro USD 15-minute breaking above the high here. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. We got clean candles. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, we got clean movements all the way up over here, 1.20780. Looking on 30-minute time frame, we're creating a minor support. We're about to break the high to continue bullish. Yeah, looks good. I mean, just by looking on the smaller time frame, 15-minute time frame, I guess we're creating this minor support, and the candles should continue making higher highs and higher lows without breaking this low at this point. I think then we can have a continuation of a move up. And as we can see, gold jumped up and then came right back down because this is a strong area, just as we were talking about it, right? We got rejected here in London, New York, then again London, and then in New York session again. Let's see here. I deposited $1,000 with JP Morgan in Dominion Markets. How long will it take? It's been 72 hours. I don't know what you mean by JP Morgan, so no idea. I think you need to email support. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is pound yen 30-minute. Took sells as price broke the low of the previous candle. Close 50%, 50% stop loss. Oh, yeah, I think it was pretty. I would say probably there was a probability of not working out, but let's take a look over here. Right, 1 hour candle closed bearish, no wick at the top, little to no wick at the top, which means less bullish volume. 30-minute broke the low right here. Okay, yeah, I would say maybe there wasn't enough probability for this to work out. Also, I would say if someone's trying to trade or overtrade today, I'll just say, hey, just be careful, because it's a Monday, there's a pound holiday, so you don't want to have a lot of losses on a Monday. When you were a roughneck, what was your hourly wage? Oh, I think it was $32 an hour, something like that. All right, let's take a look here. Pound yen buys. 15-minute entered buys once we broke the highs to retest the high right here. Okay, we're moving up. Let's take a look on the 30-minute. I would want to wait for price to break above 151,900. That's where I would want to take buys, because if I look at this range, this is like a 10 pip range. It's not enough range. Right here, it's literally not enough range. Look, from 780 to where you're trying to go, like 920 minus almost like 2 pip spread. It's like 10 pips. It's not enough range. So they have to wait for price to break above 151,900. The main reason why people lose is because you don't want to wait. Just wait for price to break above and then look for buys for price to move up. That's it. That's all what you got to do. Let's see here. How do you calculate the probability, since you mentioned that sometimes a trade has less or more probability? Sometimes, when the trade looks good, let's see here. So, for example, once this candle was breaking the low at this point, it looked good for price to move down, because the previous candle closed with a small body. So you're like, okay, you know what? Makes sense. Let's take an entry right here and anticipate it to continue down because it broke the previous candle's low, which was a weak bullish candle. And if things look good and don't work out, then you basically say, hey, you know what, maybe there wasn't enough probability for price to continue bearish. But sometimes your analysis is completely wrong. So if I was watching this and if I was looking for sells, I would have taken the same trade and would have obviously managed risk and lost there a little bit. Oh, you have another gold buy over here. Entry when price broke the high, strong bullish candle. Nice. Monday wins is what we like. Do you think that a 15 pip range is not enough? I think with experience, 15 pip range is good. But to start with, I would say maybe focus on 20 pip range, something like that, 20 to 25 pip range. That's going to be much better. Okay, what's this here? Sells. Pound yen. Enter sells. Ooh, what happened over here? Entered sells. Anticipated price to continue moving down to support. Ton and secured. What could have done better? Well, I think same thing. You should have waited for the support to form. And once there was no support formed, I don't think there was a reason to take a sell in an uptrend. That's what I would do. Do you think you will win today, trade? Because I'm going full margin. I have no idea. When you say break above, do you mean price close above? Does it count? Yeah. Break above means close above. So we're going to wait at that point. We have another analysis here. Potential buys above this area, looks good. Sells below right here, looks good. We're just ranging at this point, so we gotta wait here. Look at the 30-minute time frame. We're in a range. So this will be a no trade. Oh, yeah, this will be a no trade range. No trade range. Shipper has generated a shipment label, but the shipment has not yet handled over DHL. When will it be shipped? Well, let me call my midgets working there in the basement and they'll ship it out for you. I'll call them right now. Just patience, relax. You know, things will get in time. Man, you guys have no patience at all. I'm 2 minutes late. Hey, when's the stream? Where's the link? Where's the link? Let's take a look here. This is gold 5-minute buys over here. Looks good, looks good. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is a pound yen buy from this support. Stop loss move to break even and let it run. Close 30% on this candle because of the wick. I think when you're closing positions in profits, I would say maybe close majority of the positions. You know, if I'm ever closing positions in profits, let's say, you know, 7 pip profit, 8 pip profit, 6 pip profit, whatever profit that is, I'm closing 90% in profits, you know, 80% in profits, because you want to secure as much as you can and leave the least amount on the table. All right, looks like your USD is moving up over here. We're breaking above this minor resistance. Let's take a look at your JPY. Euro JPY 4-hour chart. We're rejecting a 4-hour resistance right here. We created a support down at this point. I think all yen pairs moved up. Yeah, that's true. Looking at this area on your JPY, we do see that there's a bit of a support coming at this point. So I guess we'll have to wait to see if we break this area or not. Looking on the 30-minute, yeah, we got some area of consolidation over here. Resistance here. So the ideal opportunity, I think, on your JPY is going to be if we create a support. So this is where visualization helps, right? So if we create a support at this point, and if we break that support, then I think it's going to be a good idea for price to continue down. That's what I would want to see, basically. Let's take a look at this chart. Already looked at this chart. All right, there's this mobile phone analysis. All right. Pound yen, not a buy area above 152, looks good. Target up over here. Yeah, we'll see. If we break above 151.900 and if there is enough volume, then I think we should continue pushing beyond 152.100. So we're going to see how well that breaks out and what kind of volume we get. Gold sells. Yeah, I don't know about gold sells. May want to take sells after we form a support. Maybe right over here, if we form support, we break this area, then maybe gold sells would work, but we'll have to wait. Why you trade only gold and your view about gold? Why you trade only gold and your view about gold? My view about gold is that we are moving bullish on the 1-hour time frames. If someone is looking for sells, we may want to, if we break the support, right? Let's see how big this range is. If we break the support, this is a 28, 30 pip range here. So I think that's going to be pretty okay range to take in a, in a session. So maybe if we break this area, we may get a sell down. But ideally, we may want to break this area and get a sell down further too. Can Raja see this chat? Yes, I see everything. Mr. Jamie Keenan sending a chart here in the gulag. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this chart. This is, oh wow, there's a lot of labeling over here. Your USD buys from down at this point. You have clean candles to the left hand side. Your target is way up over there. First target is right over here. Okay, looks good. I think, once price moves, we'll move stop loss to break even. You know, at this point, I would have moved stops to break even because we're creating this support down over here, you know, and may want to, like, would have secured something and let the rest run. But looks good. Good analysis, hopefully you're having a good trade at that point. Pound yen. 1 hour chart. Entry as price broke the high. I kind of had the same entry right over here. And then you had another one close full. The runner still going. Beautiful. Very nice. Guys, how does it work with taxation in your countries? Minus 26%. Oh wow, 26. Minus 15%. How many candles should be formed to be called a support? I think one candle is enough, because if you look at this 30-minute candle, if it closes, then we got a support formed. Yeah, and then we got the support formed. I had 2 big losses last week, and now I have nothing and don't know what to do. Well, I guess you gotta take a look at your old losses and kind of like identify why you had those losses, like what happened. Did you do something like, you shouldn't have done, or like, why did those losses happen? We got USGPY sells right here, price coming down. Oh, this is like the kind of pattern pound yen had 2 weeks ago. If you guys remember right here, around this was at NYSE open. I remember this candle. Price came down, closed bearish, and next candle just started coming down. We had clean candles to the left hand side as well. Do you ship magic keys to Iran? I don't know, man. That country has a lot of sanctions, so it's kind of tricky to send stuff there. But we do send them through. We have some wholesalers in the Middle East, so they can send stuff over. So we'll see what information we can get from them. Impulse entry, or should we wait for the candle to close? Should be all right. Try to impulse entry on these hours. I have no idea what pair you're talking about. What's this? Hey Raja, I risked a total of $250 last month, but only lost $69. Thanks for showing me how to properly manage risk. Oh, nice. Very nice. You manage risk, so that's pretty good. We're slowly coming up over here on pound yen. If we break above 151.920, I think there's a very good probability we can continue to 152.100. Do you ship magic keys to China? Yes. Hey man, new to this channel and I've just subbed. How are you using different time frames in order to decide entry and exit points? Well, Joseph Isafi or Yusuf Isafi, I think you need to wait and see what happens, because I'm anticipating potential buys above 151.920. So let's see here. Potential buys above 151.920. And we're going to see how we can execute on this at 151.920. Coach, I'm not trading today, as only trade pound pairs for me. Pound New Zealand seems good to take buys if we form support on 30-minute. Oh, pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand, the dragon. Let's take a look over here. Haven't looked at pound New Zealand in a while. Okay, so we have a resistance formed. We have the 30-minute candle about to close in 23 minutes. And let's measure this range from the top of the previous candle. It's like a 20-pip range. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if we do create a support, and if we break the previous candle's high, I think there's a very good probability pound New Zealand can continue moving bullish. If you woke up at 3:30, at which time did you go to sleep yesterday? 10 p.m. Man, you guys are really curious about things. Hey there, in your opinion, what would be recommended time frame for scalpers? All the time frames. When you're trading, you're looking at all the time frame. It's like going to war, So when you go to war, you wanna look at what the enemy is doing at all times. What their bases are, who their commanders are, what the strategy is. What are you going to do if they do this? What are you going to do if they do that? So in the same time, when you're looking, so let's say, okay, so let's break down these buys over here. Right, so let's say price made a high, came down, we had an uptrend, and if this candle breaks the high of the previous candle, there's a very high probability we can continue moving bullish. Or if this candle closes bullish, and if the next candle respects the high of this candle, then there's a high probability we can move up, right? So that's talking about how we can move up. So let's say if you execute a buy at this point, once it breaks the high, how are you going to manage risk? Because we got to talk about the upside, and when we talk about the upside, at the same time, we got to talk about the downside at the same time too, right? So when we talk about the downside, we got to look at the smaller time frames, right? So let's say we're breaking the high, our stops are right here. Oh wow, hopefully someone executed over here, right? And then we're looking to see, okay, once this 15-minute candle now, you want it to continue closing strong bullish, because if it closes a weak bullish candle, then that means it's going to have a little bit of a problem for price to move up, so you may want to have to mitigate risk at that time. Do you think that there might be a rejection in the 152 region? Yeah, could be. 152 right here. This is the wick on the 30-minute, but we have clean candles, so we're kind of like anticipating it to continue moving bullish. So we'll see what happens. Oh wow, look at that. This thing is really going over here. We broke the high, impulse entries, should be about 5 pips. We got a whole 20 pip range over here in pound New Zealand. Interesting. All right, I took this gold buy. First entry went into drawdown, a close, second chance, managed risk, lost only a small amount. What's this over here? Closed 90% and left a runner. Move slightly above. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Very nice trade over here. We have buys on pound yen here again. 13 pips right here, above resistance. TP is above resistance. This is what kind of like makes me uncomfortable. I think you may want to secure something at resistance and then leave the rest running if it goes beyond resistance. I think that's going to be a good idea. I think that's going to be a better idea, actually. Do you do analysis of GBP MXM? No, we don't do that. Do you deliver magic keys to India? Yes. All right. Gold still over here. Pound New Zealand is still over here. Let's take a look at GA. Ooh, GA is also breaking highs over here. Breaking highs and breaking hearts. We're moving into another consolidation area at this point. 1.79500. Pretty risky to trade pound pairs during bank holidays, but if there's enough volume, man, I mean, it can still work out, because if you look at this range, yeah, it's like a 9 pip range. I don't think it's enough range. But if we break above this point, we got to take a look at the range to the left hand side, which is almost like, 16, 17, 18 pips. Hey, Zoom is lagging. Oh, I don't think so. I think Zoom is fine. The internet is lagging, I think. Based on experience, have support and resistance levels been enough for you to stay consistent? Yes. Or have you felt the need to use additional indicators like EMA and RSI? Back in the day, I used to use EMAs and RSI, but they used to contradict with my support resistance analysis. So I just stick to just one thing, and that's it. Just support resistance. If we break resistance, what's the next target? If we break support, what's the next target? So on and so forth. What's the minimum deposit on Dominion markets? Anything that you can afford. 50 bucks. I think 50 or 100. What is the magic keys everyone's talking about? If you look on the screen, the website is there, so maybe you want to Google that. The food is on the spoon, my man. You just got to put the spoon in your mouth. When should I execute my trade? That's a very good question. If we knew the answer to that question, we would all be billionaires. So when should I execute my trade? Well, first of all, you need to do analysis, right? And then you got to figure out, okay, what's the target? And then you got to figure out, okay, what's my stop loss? And that's the most important thing. What's my stop loss? Most people don't have stops because they're like, oh, I have a mental stop loss. And trust me, there's no such thing as a mental stop loss. All right, let's take a look at this. If this candle closes bullish, next candle breaks the low of the previous candle, is it a good idea to sell? I would like that, yeah. That would make sense. If we're creating support, and if we break this support, then I think we can continue down. Don't you think that above 151,920 on GJ is a small range? Also, there's the probability that NY volume may not even push through because of bank holiday. Yeah, I mean, first of all, we need to break above this area, right? If we can break above this area, then we can start to have conversations around, can we really go to 152, 100? Or will we reject around 152? Because on the 30-minute, we have a rejection at 152 here, right? So first we need to break above this area, and then we got to see that are we forming a support to move up, or are we consolidating to move up, or what's going on? Because there's a high probability if we break above 151,920, right? Let's see here. If we break above this area, and if we start ranging at this point, right, then there's going to be a high probability that if we break out of this range, we're going to continue moving up. You know, and that breakup may come with NYSE open or London close, you know, a time when there's going to be a lot of volume in the market. So I would probably want to see a range going into NY open, and then if we break out of that range, maybe later on in the session, we may continue moving up. So you're anticipating volume to continue driving price through 152. What's this? Mentioned you on Insta, got my 10 pips and run as a break even. Oh, nice. Nice, easy Monday here for some people. Can Dominion markets carry multi-million-dollar accounts? Yes. I have $1 million sitting here. Let's see. Just got to figure out the password. But first, you got to show proof of funds for the $1 million. It's easy to say, oh, I got 10 million coming in. Can I deposit? You got to show proof of funds first. What's this? A bit salty. I went to bed when this gold trade played out. Oh, I see that. I see exactly where it played out. We broke above this area, cleaned traffic to the left-hand side, and just continued moving bullish. Nice, nice, nice. Where can we get the shirt you're wearing? Oh, these. Oh, well, the website's down. I think they shut it down or something. Proof of funds, bank card. Whoever's transferring $1 million, you're not transferring $1 million from a bank card. I can tell you that much. It's either through escrow or wire. I mean, you're not putting a bank card in. All right, 100000. That's not how it works. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is sell on a 5-minute time frame. Broke the low, came down. I would say this was risky, but you made it work. You know, I would maybe want to see a support formed and then a breakdown. That's what I would have wanted to see. Pound AUD entered on a new hourly entry. Nice. Oh, you went through this consolidation here. Oh, we got Risky Ricky here. Nice. I would say this was pretty good. You know, I guess volume pushed price up. There was still volume. There was consolidation. I wouldn't have taken this trade, by the way. But I'm happy it played out there for you. I kind of want to see what's going on with GBP and ZD. We looked at it and now I'm curious. Because we broke above this high and I really want to see if we still respect this area to continue moving bullish. Right over here. Would you sell... Would a sell on gold be valid if the 15-minute breaks the low? I would say so, yes. Yeah, because if we're breaking the low, this candle here means a weak bullish candle. A weak bullish candle means there was no bullish volume. So if we're breaking the low at this point, let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute candle is also coming down over here. And if we break this low and if we successfully stay below, let's say 1778, then I think there's a very high probability we can continue moving down towards, at least I would say, like, 75, 76. 76 would be a good target at that point. Let's take a look at this chart. Sell once we break the low over here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute here. Oh, there's a bit of consolidation at this point. Yeah, it might not be an ideal position, because if you look on the 15-minute had some wicks over here. So when we look at the 5-minute, there's a bit of consolidation over here. Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult and risky. Got a little consolidation to the left hand side. I think gold will go down to 1736 this week. 1736. Damn, 1736. Holy, that's far, far away. That's $42 away. The US economy has to do really, really, really well for price to go to 1736. Good morning. When you look at gold right now, thinking about sells when it breaks the low 15-minute, don't take in consideration the support in the 5-minute. Yeah, so that's what I looked at. Looked at the 15-minute, looked good, but then looked at the smaller time frame, because gold has a lot of volume. Saw this range and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think it's going to look that good for price to move down. Let's take a look at this GJ trade over here. Lost the trade, broke the low. Was this a good setup? Oh yeah, it was just a probability. We talked about this as well. When pound yen broke the low right here, it was just probability of it not working. How often do you adjust your support resistance levels on both GJ and gold? Every time I look at the chart. Every time I look at the fresh chart, or every time, when I come to the markets. Let's say if I'm going to come to the markets tomorrow, I'm going to remove all analysis and then I'm going to do some fresh analysis. So I do that all the time. Mr. Wycliffe M took this pound USD trade during London and I'm still in. Oh, still in. Kindly take a look at it and advise. Oh, you're still in over here. Let's take a look. Pound USD, break of the highs, enter when the candle broke the high of the next candle. Nice, secured 75% and 25 pips, beautiful. Nice trade, clean candles to the left hand side too. We got Mac here in the building, welcome, welcome. Okay, Mr. Vaishak M, please help me. What do you need help with? Please help me. Right. Yeah, we're still in this no trade range. Pound yen over here. Okay, let's see here. What factors are you looking at when backtesting a strategy with support resistance level? Thanks for great answers, by the way. You've earned a follower for life. Well, I've heard that before. Some followers become my enemies. But yeah, I mean, support resistance, the only thing I'm looking at are on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, and then we're looking to see where will price go if we break above or below those areas. Because if we break above this resistance here at 151,920, and we look on the 30-minute time frame, there's a bit of a rejection at 152. So when we look at 15-minute time frame, there's clean candles going all the way up over here. So I mean, if we do break above this area, then there's a probability we can continue moving up if there's volume. But it's a pound holiday, so we're moving into NY session here as well, so we're not sure how much volume that's going to be. Oh wow, look at that. Gold is rejecting that level over there. We're going to see if we continue moving up from this area or not, breaking the high here as well. Not really looking to kind of like force trades here or anything here today.
Hey, good morning, Roger.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just have a question. So how often would you do backtesting sessions if you have a system and the system works?
I don't. So what I do is I do live backtesting,
Okay.
Yeah, live backtesting. So let's say price is moving up, coming down to create a support. What's the probability it's going to continue up to retest the high? And if I can see it live, that's much better, because when you see something happen live, that takes a long time, because every day you're looking for the same thing. And that's where you're also backtesting your patience. You're waiting for the candle to close. You're looking to see where your entry is going to be. And when you enter, you're kind of like going through those emotions of candles opening and closing. So I think that's much more better for your psychology as well, rather than just going, like 4 or 5 months back in the charts and seeing, okay, yeah, it works over here or it works over here, So I think live backtesting is much better than just going back in the charts to just see price form patterns and stuff like that.
Yeah, so basically for example, today, which is a bank holiday, let's say that I don't trade, but I still see the setup on the day that I would execute on. So I just take it as a paper trade and just see how it plays out, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But like I said, if the system, if the system works and you have results, you wouldn't just do backtesting for no reason, because you already know that it works, right?
No, but as I said, as you said as well, you would still take that paper trade and see if it works. And then maybe in the next 4 or 5 bank holidays, you see the same thing happen. If the most times it work, you may say that, okay, this thing, it works most of the times on bank holidays now too.
Okay, makes sense. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. What's this? Gold breaking above 1782 is a buy. 1782 is a buy. Oh, yeah. I think if we can break above 1781, 82 would be better. 82.50 would be stretching it a little bit, because if we can see a candle closing above 1781.50, then probably we can continue up to this wick and then continue on forward. But we'll see how the New York session, comes in. Is TradingView free for Dominion market traders? No. That shouldn't even be a question.
You should get a discount question towards the pro account on TradingView.
Would you prefer to take action using alert on TradingView? No. Or prefer watching charts all the time? I would prefer watching charts at times when I'm awake. These days I'm awake early, around 4 a.m. So I'm, just watching charts at that time. Plus also there's volume at that time too. So, but I don't really use alerts. I used to use them, but then I stopped. Gold giving fake out or something. Yeah, gold is being gold. That's what gold is being right now. Gold is just being gold. So just relax on a Monday. When are you going to stop your live streams for relocation, and until when? Oh, that's a good question. I think it's going to be for a month. We're going to stop the live streams. Yeah, for a month. I think for the month of June, there'll be no live streams, and then we're going to continue in July. Yeah, no fish for the month. After vaccination, TradingView is free. Yes. You send them your passport, your passport or vaccination, and then there you go. They'll send you a subscription. I think that's what's gonna happen. Companies are gonna start giving you money and subscriptions for.
We're back.
Does the resistance at 151,970 area on GJ concern you? No, not really. I mean, if we can get a close above this area, then we're anticipating volume to continue pushing price up. But at the same time, you got to understand we got a bank holiday here as well. I think some of the other guys can live stream when you're gone. Yeah, I mean, if someone wants to. What's the CPM in pack CPM? Cost per. Oh, it doesn't work like that. The way CPM works is what is your viewer base, you know? Where are your viewers based out of? That's how it works. All right. It's the agenda of these people. Okay. Do I need to complete KYC 3 and 4? Not needed at this time. Yeah, I'm just looking at pound New Zealand here. Just seeing the beauty of how it's breaking the high at this point to possibly continue to retest to 1.93500. Current US 30 break previous 30 minutes. So what is your view? Well, mini banks, I think you need to send a chart. If you send a chart with your analysis, then we're going to take a look at that. Most people in market fluidity were trading fine last time Raja was in Turkey. It was kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always looking at the chats. I was looking at the chats, and it was pretty amazing to see, like, you know, how everyone was working together and taking initiative on certain things and not. I'm 4% away to pass FTMO. What's your best advice? Just pass it and don't get emotional about it. You know, you're 4% away, so I think that's pretty good. Missed these buys on gold during London session. It was a clean move. Let's take a look over here. Oh, nice. You got arrows going up and down, lines. Oh, this is a line chart over here. Entered buys as we broke this level. Nice. Beautiful. I had one of the best weeks when you were gone. Oh, nice. So I think we're going to just stop the live streams now. People starting to have good weeks. Looks like pound New Zealand came up towards, 8-9 pips. Close to 10, but the spread is high on pound New Zealand anyway. I'm complete new to trading, so I'm waiting for a clear signal. Hope there is something coming. That's a amazing statement right there, that you're waiting for a clean signal. I think when we're new, right? When new traders come in the game, it's very easy for them to, like, you know, wait. You know, I think new traders do really, really well in the first month because they're new. They want to focus on the correct things. They're waiting for price to come through the levels. They're waiting for price to kind of like give them the clean signals, and then they're executing on it. You know, and as you start to get more mature in the market and as you start to get more confident, then over trading comes in and over risking comes in because you're like, oh yeah, I've done this before, you know, let me just take another trade and another trade. So let's see, GBP and ZD value per lot is $7. Yes, the value is lower because of New Zealand. Would you take an impulse entry on GJ if price start to break the high at 151,920? I would say maybe I need to see a break and close above 151,920. A break and close above. That's going to be much better. Hey bro, this is my first time in the live session. Tell me, what can I do? Okay, so if this is your first time in the live session, what you need to do is you need to choose which pair you're going to trade. Once you choose which pair you're going to trade, you need to do an analysis on that pair. And then you need to send that analysis in the chat. And then we're going to take a look at that. And then we can kind of like, you know, guide you with that and see whether it's good or bad. Show me my FX book. I don't have my FX book. I hate your stream. Thank you. Tell us about the scar below your eyebrows. Some random questions and statements coming in the gulag today, man. You've been over trading as well because you've been trading outside at NY session, but you make banks. Yes. I've actually been looking at the London session for quite some time now. Been also doing some simulations on there as well. Good morning, Raja. I took this impulse sell, then managed risk. Would you take it too? Oh. Cuento re ni ronganquilo. Mr. Cuento.
You pronounce the whole thing.
Yeah, Cuento re ni ronganquilo. That's the name right there. Oh, I took the sell over here? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a probability of it not working out, basically. We talked about this as well, but you managed risk. Look, close 50% and then close full, so that's pretty good. All right. Please talk 3-hour or 4-hour wick fill. I don't look at 3-hour wick fill. I'm going to use this strategy in Indian stock market too. I have no idea about Indian stock market. Ethereum broke 3,000. Oh, wow. Crazy things happening. Ethereum breaking 3,000. Is that the new high it's making? Let's take a look here. What is it? ETH USD?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, damn. I don't even know what this means, but nice. Oh, look at this bullish candle over here. Straight hammers going up. Oof, look at this weekly. Let's take a look at monthly over here. Damn, look at that monthly over here. It's in beast mode. It was at $3 at one point in 2016 when I started trading. Yeah, this is when I started trading right here. April 2016. It was at $3.76. Now it's at 3,000. Beautiful. All right. Good morning, Raja. Pound CAD idea right here. We're ranging at this point. Pound is a holiday. CAD is open. So we're going to see if the CAD is going to influence Pound CAD. Clean candles if we broke. This is amazing because we got range, we got resistance, support. We break above this area. We got clean candles over here too. Very nice. Can you please tell us the spread on GJ? So this is the spread right here. 1.5, 1.4, spread on your JPY, IBM. You can trade stocks as well. You got USD, you got Apple. Apple spread is 2. You know, so all these spreads are variable spreads. What's your opinion on seeing things going your way, but you didn't execute the trade? I'm not that often confident in trading. Asian always go where I wanted them to go. I think to get that sort of confidence is to maybe execute on a small position, right? Because if you execute on a small position, you're still going to be in that trade, and if you win that trade, slowly your confidence is going to go up, you know, and then slowly a time is going to come where you're going to say, okay, you know what, I've seen this particular situation happen maybe 3-4 times, and I've executed on this maybe like, you know, 2-3 times on a smaller lot, so let me just increase my lot size a little bit and kind of like, you know, go in with a higher lot size because now I've seen this before and my confidence is up a little bit too. So that's what I would do. Like, you know, if I was new and I was trying to get some sort of confidence in executing. Let's see here. Hey, Raja, with wick fills, do all wicks get filled? And how do you know which gets filled? Not all wicks get filled. I think we need price to be in that momentum for the wicks to get filled. So if you look on the 4-hour here, looking at the 1-hour time frame, so this is where there's a high probability that the range can get filled over here. All right, I'll be right back.
Take it over, Mac.
Oh, he left?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Kerwin's not here, so we gotta wait. It looks like gold is breaking, so if it breaks above 1782, it will be good. The potential buys up to 1785 at least. Past that, 1790. But then again, we got the North American session open in 28 minutes. I mean, 18 minutes. So we have to wait for that close and and push, right? Let's see what's GJ doing. GJ looks like it's rejecting the 150 to 900 area, so might get a pullback at 8 a.m. Grab more liquidity, continue up, break above that area. Whereas Rakeel's making tea.
Fasting is, I think it's basically with the sun. The sun was screaming a little bit.
Oh, all right, it's still fasting. What lot size you using gold? One lot? If you're looking for gold buys, then you just look on the 30-minute, and you want to get that break and close above 1780. And then, of course, manage your risk. As soon 8 a.m. it hits, you have this resistance here on the 30-minute. That needs to break and close above this area, right?
What's this? What happened? Oh, nothing. He spilled water on his shirt and he wanted to show me. He spilled water on his shirt. Kids, man, they're hilarious. Kids are the best salesmen. You know, if you want to learn sales, kids, they don't give up. They don't give up, man. They're just like, hey, come watch this, watch this, watch this. And you say, no, they're like, no, 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 come watch this, watch this. Kids got some sales game, man. You just can't, oh, wow, this is still going up over here. Oh, sorry, that's a monthly time frame. So gold is still in its range, waiting for it to break above 1781, 50, right here. We're going to see if we break above this area or not. This is the trade I took here on gold. Right here. So this is the resistance I have on gold right here. On my, what the hell is this? Yeah, right here. And if we break above these highs, kind of like create a support, I'm going to re-enter. See if we can continue moving up or not, but that's another story. Is everyone able to draw on the chart? Yes. Pound yen is also kind of like creating this high over here at 151, 900-ish. We're in a no trade range. Also, you know, it's a pound bank holiday, so got to be careful. Will the spreads be lower in DM sooner, or will remain the same compared to Vantage? They look higher. Yeah, so the spreads are going to be like this, but you know, as we grow, I think the spreads can be lower. I mean, it fluctuates between 1.1, 1.5, 1.2, you know, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's like it works fine with me. Wickfield working in Indian equity, but it's still a little blurry to me. Yeah, I mean, in Indian equity, it's still going to be blurry, right? Because it's not FX. Why should we be careful during a bank holiday? Because of less volume at times. You know, there's less volume at times on bank holidays, so that's why you got to be a little bit careful. All right, let's see here. Are you going to do a live stream for Powell later? At 2:20? No, not at all. What they're going to talk about here? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to be busy at that time. Do you watch cricket? No. What do you think about Dogecoin? I think it's good. You know, some people are making money. That's good. I have $1,000 in Dogecoin. Well, I bought $1,000 worth. It's at 1,700. So, making $700. Not bad. In what, 6 months?
Oh wow, so you bought a while back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just for whatever, you know.
Yeah. I had ETH at one point, and then when it was ranging between 300 and 400, I sold it and ended up buying Ripple at $3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, at $3.
Yeah. I got
Amazing.
Vaselined up.
Yeah, bought at the top.
And bought right at the top. Yeah, I got caught up in the hype.
How do you have low spread on GJ on Dominion Markets? My spread is 5 pips. Maybe because you're on a standard account. So you gotta go and open a pro account. Standard accounts have high spreads. Let's see here. What's your blood type? B negative?
B negative.
Yeah,
B
B.
negative.
What's that got to do with trading?
Somebody's trying to clone you.
What's your blood? Yeah, it's B negative. So I think I can give blood to everybody. Or is that AB negative? I'm not sure.
You already give plenty of blood to everyone, bro.
Yeah. Drawdown blood. Oh, it's O negative. Oh, okay. Let's see here. What do you think about the trade? All right, Mr. Hamza Walid. Mr. Hamza Walid from the Gulag sent a chart over here today. Let's take a look at this chart. Blessed us with some analysis. Oh, buy when candle broke the high over here. Okay, I was about to take the same trade, but this wasn't enough range. That's why I stayed out of it. And then you took another sell over here. I think you should have only taken one trade, right? Because look what happened here. You took a buy and it didn't work out, right? So you needed to learn from this buy. And what we can learn from this buy was because there wasn't enough range. It was like hardly like, 10, 11 pips. So, and then you changed your bias and you took a sell and you lost again. So what I would advise is that if you're going to take buys and you're going to lose from those buys, just stick with that same bias. Don't change biases, because when you change biases, you may be giving up the opportunity to re-enter on that bias. Because look, if you had a buy here, didn't work, and if you give your buys a second chance, maybe you could have executed on this candle for price to move up, but still, it wasn't enough range here. So always have the same bias. Let's play a game of what's your credit card number. I actually know my credit card number, the whole thing. I've entered it so many times on sites that I just remember it now.
The whole 16 digits?
The whole 16 digits with the 3-digit PIN, expiry date, and everything.
Starts with 4 or 5?
What?
Starts with a 4 or a 5?
Starts with 4 or 5 because it's a Visa.
The Visa, then.
Ends with 3.
Okay, now we got 3 digits. Let's get to work, people.
Let's get to work.
Let's get to work. You got how many people in the Gulag? Let's do some math right now.
So you got
2,800.
3 digits, and you gotta come up with 13 digits, right?
Yes.
So there can be...
Right, 3 factorials.
3 factorial, yeah. So that's a lot of combinations.
We have 2,800 people in the
Plus the
Gulag and
expiration
400 in.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's 13. 13 digits. So 13 factorial.
Yeah.
These are the amount of combinations you got to come up with and try.
So divide that. We gotta divide that by 3,200. Everyone get to work right now.
How much you have to fund your account to get the magic keys? Commissions. You need to get commissions. If you have enough commissions, you can get magic keys, or you can enroll in market fluidity. So you can trade however you want, but once your commissions go up in value, and then you can kind of do all that.
Roger, how are you? It's me, Kev.
Hey, how are you?
I'm back, man. No, thank you so much, man. Mate.
Hey, welcome, bro.
No, man, I'm back, baby. No, dude, like honestly, guys, it's all about defense. Like defense, it's all about like cutting your losses. Like Raja says it all the time, and the things that I've been doing exceptionally well. It's all about cutting your losses. Hey, Mac, stop flexing. Look at it. Show it.
My arms really hurt. They're
Yeah. But the thing is that, man, like guys, like 100%. Like I'm a professional rugby player, and I tell you guys, 100% what Raja says. It's all about a team effort and just being like defense wins. It means cutting your losses. So. But Roger, man, thank you anyway, man. Like I'm back.
Yeah, man, you're welcome. You're welcome. Don't worry.
Yeah, nah, man. I think that was just my 2 cents, and like, yeah, no, much appreciated, man.
Thank you. Hope you're well.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I got a concussion because I got pumped by Islander. So no, not pumped. Not pumped. Sorry. Came out the wrong way. Like I got concussed because this Islander ran at me, 120 kilos.
Oh,
wow, that's a lot.
Man. Yeah, man, 120 kilos.
That's like a little bull.
Yeah, man, runs 100 in like 10 seconds, bro. Nah, there's nothing like it, but it's what it is.
Yeah, it's okay. You'll get better. You'll get back.
Yeah, no, thank you, Raja.
So how does that concussion feel? Like, do you get dizzy all of a sudden? Like, if you like...
Well, the thing is...
honestly, I think you guys can discuss this in...
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Private. What's the difference between standard and pro accounts? Standard accounts have, higher spreads, but there are no commissions. Pro accounts have, commissions and low spreads. Do you had these times in the past where you just felt lost? Yes, a bunch of times I felt lost, like your brain isn't fully charts. I think when you feel lost, I would say the most simplest things I used to say, right? Just focus on 1 or 2 trades a day and just give it time. Give it like a month. Most people don't want to give it a month. Give it like 1 month of just focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day, and then try to see how you could have executed on those trades. That's it. As simple as that sounds, you have to be patient with yourself. Not even with the market, but you have to be patient with your own self. Because when you're feeling lost, and then there are times you may execute on trades where you don't want to execute on, but accidentally you do execute on them because maybe you're missing out on a trade, or maybe someone else is in the trade you want to be in. Same thing right now. Some people are saying, hey, gold is moving up, but NY Open is about to start in about 5 minutes. So you got to wait for this candle to close. I would say just wait for this candle to close first. That's what I would do. Let's take a look on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, I would say just wait for the candle to close. And as you're waiting for the candle to close, this candle may continue moving up, to fill this wick right over here. But I think for me to take a profitable trade, I have to wait for this candle to close. Because then we're going to see what type of volume is going to come in with NY Open. Let's take a look here. Is this a good way to enter before a breakout happens? Best way to enter before breakout? There's no best way to enter before a breakout unless the breakout happens. But the probability is here that we may continue breaking above this area, but I would still want to wait for the breakout, actually. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. USD CAD sells, waiting for these lows to break, or bearish 30-minute. Okay, looks good. I think you may want to keep this area in mind as well here to the left hand side right here. This area here, you may want to keep this in mind. Because if we do close bearish and the next one breaks the low right here, I think we can continue moving down. But we gotta wait for gold over here, guys. Just gotta wait so that you don't feel lost. Looks like, let's take a look at Euro USD. I know we did analysis, was bullish analysis. Oh, we rejected this area on Euro USD. Ranging over here too now. GBP NZD is retracing back down. GJ is still in the range. Gold is still rejecting this area. Yeah, I gotta wait. Can I check out mentorship other than PayPal like cryptos? Yes, just email and then someone's gonna get back to you. If you enter before breakout, you already in profits, then breakout happens and then money. Yes, that's true. Will you execute on the 5-minute or 15-minute on gold? I would want to execute on price breaking the high at around 1781.80, preferably. That's what I would want to see. Price breaking the highs at this point for it to continue bullish. If I had $1 for every time Raja said just 1 to 2 trades, I would be able to buy Magic Keys. Yeah, I mean, just gotta wait, you know, give it time. You gotta give things time. Just like how people give time in their jobs to get a promotion, you gotta give it time, man. Trading is easy if you're just patient with yourself. Most people are just too hard on themselves, you know, when it comes to trading. Taking trade after trade, trade after trade. Like, I could tell you guys to just overtrade like animals, but it's in the long run, it's not gonna help you. You know, what if Magic Key and Market Fluidity bought earlier before choosing Dominion? Will be any benefits of commissions? No. Taking 1 to 2 trades. If I want to trade during Asian session, do I consider it as a trade of the day? Yeah, I mean, if you took a trade in the Asian session and now you're looking for a trade in the New York session, you just got to make sure that if you won a trade in the previous session, not to risk all those profits in the second trade. You know, or if you're going to risk profits, make sure that you don't risk the principal at that time. Stop loss is too big on gold. Yeah, that's why we want to see how we break above the high right here, you know, especially when this candle is about to close over here as well. I mean, if it closes below this area, then it's kind of tricky, right? Thanks for the positive words. I was feeling down because of a loss, but I will give myself time. Yeah, man, give yourself time. Be easy on yourself because trading is not going anywhere. Trust me. Back in 2016, when I lost a bunch of money, I thought that was it. I thought this was it. 2016, after 2016, there will be no more trading. You know, that's what I thought. So I would go super hard and I would lose super hard too. But hey, man, look, we're in 2021. You know, 4 years have passed. 5 years have passed. Is the Dominion Markets leaderboard working? Yes, it's working. So when you open an account on the leaderboard, you got to open a social trading account rather than a PAM account. Social trading account. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this Euro JPY. We got support, candle coming down. If we break this area, we can continue moving. Oh, wow. Euro USD is moving down too. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Yeah, Euro JPY is also breaking down at this point. I think this is what we were looking at here as well. This was perfect. 30-minute candle broke below support, and we're trying to move down. The only thing is we have a bit of a consolidation here, a bit of a rejection here. So we may want to be a little bit more cautious on the risk management side as price starts to drop. Hey, you always tell to think ahead of time, to think about 10 years from now, but whenever I do that, it just gives me anxiety. Please give a tip for my psychology. You know, I'll give an example of how I think in 10 years time. You know, so what I'm thinking right now, my plans are to open a like a Forex trading academy, in-person trading academy when I move to Pakistan. You know, that's going to be the next 2-3 years, and to really expand the brokerage. That's my whole plan for the next, you know, 5, 6, 7 years. And that's it. That's all my plan. And then every day I wake up, and every process you do in life, or every process you do during a day, you got to make sure that that process every day you're doing it at the best of your abilities. Whether you're teaching somebody, whether you're trading, whether you're if it's with relationships, if it's with friendships, business, whatever you're doing, you just got to make sure every day that process you're doing in the best of your abilities. Just like when you go working out, you go to work out, you make sure you lift more weights than you did yesterday. So I think your day-to-day life has to be the same. I mean, for me, it's the same. So look at that. We're breaking above the high at this point. We're breaking these highs in the first 2 minutes of this 1 hour candle. And since we're breaking the highs in the first 2 minutes of this 1 hour candle, I'm not enticed to take these buys at all. Yeah, I'm not enticed to take these buys at all. I may want to take these buys if we can break and close above 1781, and then take buys for price to continue up. Not in the first 2 minutes. See that? Look at that rejection. So would have been a very delicate, holy,
Oh man, deadly.
very delicate situation here. People overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. That's absolutely true. 1 year of pure dedication, you can change everything. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was saying that, hey, what? If you're stuck in a situation where you can easily fall into bad habits, you got to change your circle. You just got to change your circle. Because once you change your circle, you're going to automatically change all your habits. And that's true. Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I was in a kind of like a toxic circle, and I don't associate with them at all now at this point. I don't even remember them now. You got to change your circle, and everything's going to change for you over time. Everything. It's a trial and tested method. And that's what they do in Dr. Phil too. Dr. Phil says, well, you just got to stop hanging out with your friends over there. And that's it. Yeah.
They sends it to like a farm far away.
Yeah.
That's true though.
The way you're taking trades based on the 4 hour off the stream seems really stress-free. Yes. Yes, I've been watching the 4 hour candles for a very long time, and now I've been executing on them. Look at this right here. This was perfect. Price came up. This is a clean candle through a 4 hour time frame. Entered the trade, put stops at break even, and it was amazing. This was taken right over here. Right over here. Once this went in profits, I put stops at break even and let the rest run overnight. So we had a bit of a resistance here, but what we've learned in the past is that if price is respecting a higher time frame support, it will always break the lower time frame zone. And this was a lower time frame zone on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, this didn't exist. Look on the 4 hour, right? It didn't exist here at all. So that's something I've been watching for the past year and a half. Definitely down for the adventure to go to Pakistan. Oh, probably in Dubai we're gonna do for Dubai for people closer to UK and Europe and stuff like that. But yeah, those are my plans to open up because there's no trading academy there. There's no good trading academy there in person where you have an office and computer setups and all that. So, I mean, let's see how far we go with that. Your JPY rejected the whole zone. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, we did reject this whole area here a little bit. We rejected from the top here over here as well. Pound yen is also coming up towards this resistance area, and we shall see if it breaks above this area or not. Does clean traffic apply to all time frames? Yes. Yes, it does. But when you're looking at the 4 hour time frame, then you can't look at the 15-minute or the 30-minute and be scared, because you're looking on the 4 hour. And 4 hour candles, they take 4 hours to close, So after 30-minute, 15-minute, doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing as saying that if you're executing on the 30-minute time frame, you can't decide the outcome of your trade by looking at the 5-minute or by looking at the 1 minute, because that's just noise. you know. So what's the difference between PAM and social trading? The only social trading will be on the leaderboard. Yeah, social trading is the only thing that's going to be on the leaderboard. We're going to have some incentives as well in the next 2 months. I think the kind of incentives we're going to have is by, like, you know, rewarding good traders with some deposits. So I think the way it's going to run is like for 2 months, if you can show consistency on the leaderboard, then I think we may top up your account by 10%, 15%, you know, based on your performance as like, hey man, good job, here you go. You know, so it's kind of like FTMO, but it's not like FTMO because there's no time limit or there's no pressure to reach a target and stuff like that. It's just consistent trading. Here's more money to trade, because the more you trade, the more money you trade, more commission are generated for the brokerage, and that's basically a plus, right? Can you send the magic keys to Somalia? We can send it all over the world except Iran. Can you please explain why you took that gold trade? Where was it? Oh yeah, it was pretty simple. It was on the 30-minute right here. Price made a high, came down, created support, executed a buy, stop was below this previous candle, and we continued to move up. Everyone is allowed in social trading mode, or does it need qualifying? Everyone is allowed over there. All right. See, now ideally would want to see this 15-minute candle close bullish and then take the buy on the next candle to continue moving up. That's going to be the best case scenario. Let's get our magic keys ready over here. Bunch of magic keys opened up calc. Nowadays, no background music. Oh, should have asked me right here. Please, what's your take on GBP USD? Seems like it's coming down. Let's take a look over here. GBP USD. I don't think it's coming down, man. I don't think it's coming down. I think it's creating a support to potentially continue moving bullish. Seems like it's coming down. Look at this candle over here. This candle is going to close in 20 minutes. 15-minute candle is about to close. It's kind of ranging. So this is good. If it's ranging here, I think the only way it's going to come down if it breaks this support now. You know, but the way it's forming is kind of like ranging on 30 minutes about to close. If this closes bullish, very high probability we can continue moving up. Pound yen over here as well, above 151, 920, 930. I think we can continue moving up. Oh, someone's talking about a bad human in the gulag. Yeah, I don't think someone should block people just because they call out on someone's analysis. I mean, you should be able to back up your analysis, you know. You should be able to back up your analysis, even though if they're losing analysis. I mean, I take losses on a live stream all the time, and I talk about my losses, because if I'm not going to talk about my losses, I'm probably not going to get better. Unable to find the social trading in the Dominion market. Oh, you need to go to PAM, and then you need to go to leaderboard. Let's see here. Oh wow, look at that. We're breaking above this high at this point. Gold rejected that area. Alright. Damn. Yeah, pound yen is breaking above this area now. Beautiful. See this 30-minute amazing candle over here. This is what I call the gladiator candle. Gladiator candle, breaking above this high, breaking above this high over here. In your academy, you will teach new things other than market fluidity database. No, it's the same thing. There's nothing new. There's honestly nothing new. It's the same exact thing, and then it's just practice. You know, you just gotta practice. You gotta, like, you know, experience it happening over and over. And the only thing it takes is time. That's it. Done trading today, lost twice, not trading anymore if there's a bank holiday. Yes. I think on bank holidays, if you lose once, you should just call it a day at that point. If you lose just once, then you should say, all right, you know what, I'm done. What are your spreads on GJ and gold? Gold is almost 2 pips and GJ is like 1.2, 1.5, 1.3. It's also bank holiday, right? So that's why the spreads are higher on pound here today. Will there be a copy trading system on the leaderboard? It is a copy trading system. So on the leaderboard, you'll be able to see what percentage some people are doing. And if you like the percentage, you can put money on that account. And then like you can just copy the trades. With GJ, would it be best to wait for a retest or enter on the 15-minute candle close? I think this is the area that we're rejecting here, right? 151.900. We're rejecting this area. So we need a candle to close above this area for price to continue moving up. But right now we're just rejecting it. So there's no buys at this point because we're still below this area over here. Are you in the leaderboard? No. Maybe in the like 2 months, 3 months, once I move, relocate, and get accustomed to my new surroundings. Probably then. What is the wrapper's sound? Oh, this is plastic. I use FXCM. The spread is 339. Oh, damn. 39. I think that's 3.9. 3.9 is still high, man. 3.9 is really high spread. 3.9 is like this right here. Yeah, it's pretty high spread, 3.9. Can you make a video on how to deposit money in Dominion markets? Because I deposited through USDT, but 2 days ago, did not see money in my MT5. Thank you. Oh, probably contact your exchange or send an email to support, and then they'll look into it. Our support is pretty good. Customer service is really, really good. So they'll take care of it. I had a slippage and blew my account. Oh, too bad. But what was your risk if you blew your account on slippage? You shouldn't be blowing accounts on slippage, man. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. Are you planning to add more incentives to DM? No. So far, I think we have enough incentives. I think they're pretty good. Are you emotionally stressed about moving to another country? Not at all. I used to live in Miami. I can't imagine living anywhere else. Yeah, not at all. I'm actually pretty excited. I'm super excited. Oh, yeah. I'm actually super excited to see what happens. If you move to Pakistan, then the brokerage will be under Canadian law or Pakistan. It's going to be under not Canadian law, not Pakistan. Why are you moving back? You want back home, fam, not feel well in Canada. To be honest, one thing that really pushed me away was the way Canada is handling all this lockdowns and restrictions, and just insane. You know, they're starting door-to-door vaccines now, and that's invasion of your rights. You know, I mean, door-to-door. Yeah, so a lot of things contributed. Plus, I think I'm going to be saving a lot of money in expenses too, and I want to give back to my country, so that's why we're moving back and see what happens. What are the prices? All right, let's take a look at this over here. Google.com. Cost of living in, this is where I'll be moving to. Let's take a look over here. So meal for two is around, oh, all right, so we need this in USD, right? In USD right here. Meal for two is $13, not bad. Milk is $77, 1 liter. Loaf of bread around 50 cents. It's almost like the same price as over here. All right. Fitness club, 21 bucks, same as over here. Nothing special. Jeans are 28 bucks. I mean, I buy jeans for like 40 bucks, you know, not that bad. Rent, 3-bedroom apartment outside of city, $219.
Wow.
Yeah, sick. And these are pretty good apartments too. Average monthly salary after tax $191. No, this is false. It's not 191. I think it's close to like 300 or something like that. Yeah, not bad. Childcare, you got transportation. Cars worth 20,000. Cars are pretty expensive. This is false. Cars are really expensive there. Let's see here. Can you use Dominion markets in the USA? If your country is not listed, you can choose crypto and you can continue as normal. If you have you spent some time living in Pakistan? Yes. So let's take a look over here. Nothing. Let's take a look at 15-minute candle. Nothing. Rejection. Ranging here. Bank holiday. Ranging. Spreads are higher. You know, gold also within this range over here now. Pound, New Zealand, whatever. GU also starting to retrace at this point. Oh, look, candle closed with no wick at the bottom. Looks like it's going to be no trade day. The only volume we had was in the London session, and now it's just kind of like ranging in New York session. It is what it is. When did you put your stops to break even on your GJ 4-hour time frame? I think I put it at, let me see here. So I'm going to bring this chart over here. Okay, so this is what I took on the 4-hour time frame. It was executed on the 1 hour over here. So 1 hour broke the high, executed a buy right over here at this point. Had stops below this candle, and also this was a break on the 4-hour high here as well. So if we're breaking the 4-hour high, we got clean candles on the 4-hour, and once it went in, like, you know, like 12 pip profits, you know, like right around here, once this candle closed, I put my stops at break even, and then I let the whole trade run. I was like, okay, you know what, if this continues up within this range, so be it, you know, and then may wake up to profits, but if it doesn't, then it's going to be a break even trade. Did you have a lower risk due to 4-hour time frame? I was risking like 1%. 1%. Are you going to maintain your daily routines, live stream, adapt your schedule? Yeah. Live stream there are going to start in the afternoon time here for me. So it's going to be at 3:30 p.m., something like that. 3:30 p.m. to like 7 p.m. If you go to copy trade on the leaderboard, I'm putting 100,000. Oh, that's a lot of pressure, man. 100,000. We'll see what happens. All right, gold is back. Gold is trying to move back above 1781. Oh wow, look at that. We're breaking above this area now. 15-minute candle. We got 9 minutes left for this candle to close. This is the wick we have right over here. And we got to see, are we going to break above this area to continue moving up or not? This is a rejection at 1782.50. Let's take a look at this chart. This is Euro USD. You're looking for a candle to continue up to retest this high. This makes sense. Technically, this makes perfect sense. What made you become this transparent? Because no one else is, so I just thought that maybe it's going to be a refreshing change for someone to be transparent. And I think maybe this may inspire some other mentors or educators out there with the Lamborghinis and all that stuff to get more transparent.
And Roger, I've got a lot of rugby boys like watching you tonight, man. Like 100%,
Oh, nice.
man. Yeah, so like, I try to keep it quiet, but like, man, dude, you're a legend, dude. Don't change, my guy. Like, absolute legend.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Are you the CEO of Dominion Markets? If no, who is? The one who should not be named. Oh, gold broke out right now. Look at that. 1782.50. Broke above 1782.50. At this point, it should continue on till 1785. Let's see here. Why are you not posting timestamps for every video? Oh, I'm sorry. We will now. I'm only trading NY session because of Ramadan. I have chance on Asian session and London session. If I'm confident, should I execute or stick to one session? I think it's important to stick to one session, because here's the thing. Every session has its own personality, right? And every pair you trade, every pair has its own personality in every session. You know, so let's say if you're looking at the New York session at, let's say, pound USD is going to move almost the same way in every New York session, and it's going to move differently in every London session. And the main reason why is because pound USD, let's say in London session, is only being influenced by the pound, but when you look at that pair in the New York session, it's influenced by, like, you know, the pound and the US dollar, you know, so there are like different things influencing these pairs. So that's why I think it's very important to just stick to just one session, one pair, and really try to master that time. Only way to see it enter was at the break of the highs, but it could have rejected the same other candles did, right? Yes, it could have rejected the same. My was around 1782.50. See here. Now I think there's a high probability to achieve 1785. There's still a lot of volume over here as well. Oh wow, look at that. This thing is running at this point. Beautiful move here. Above 1782.50. You guys can see right here. 1782.50. And this is where I'm going to use my magic keys and close half. I'm going to press button, look at the volume over here. Close half. Close half again.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. Took it right as we were breaking above this wick here to the left hand side. The stop would have been pretty big, but I had my stop at around 10 pips, because if we were breaking above this high and we're in NY open when there's a lot of volume, we're not expecting it to continue back down in this range. We're expecting it to continue moving up if we're breaking above this wick.
Okay.
See here. All right. Ooh, GU also broke above over here. See, we talked about GU as well for moving up over here too. We have clean candle to the left hand side. GJ is still struggling here. Now see how pound yen is ranging, but pound USD is moving up because pound USD is more influenced by the dollar, you know, by the US dollar. That's why it's moving up at this point. Why always miss good trade and take fake out? Oh, because you had to wait over here. Had to wait for price to break above this area for it to continue bullish. But the impulse was pretty hard. Let's see here. Where was the stop loss on gold? Stop was around like 10 pips. You know, it wasn't on a technical level. It was just at 10 pips because of the reasons we mentioned. Because there was a lot of volume. You were anticipating volume in NY Open to continue driving price. I was made some money. Was waiting since Thursday for a trade with you. Oh, nice. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. US 30 buys look choppy to the left. I think if we can break above this area here, you can get a move above. Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, sells also look good because we got clean candles to the left hand side after that. After 13 months of trading, 2 to 300 USD accounts and using 0.01 loss today, my account balance has finally crossed 1,000. Oh, beautiful. Very, very nice. Let's see here. Wow, GU is also moving bullish. Well, I guess if we continue moving up on gold, there's a potential, if we break above 1785, there's a potential to continue till 1789. We're going to keep an eye on this. I have to make an important phone call. It's my phone.
Who is making that? Is that coming from rakeel? Looks like a mouse in a box. Oh, yeah. It looks like gold's gonna continue to 1789. Expect 30 minutes. 1790.
And Mac, I asked myself the same question. It's like, who's doing that? Those pumping sounds.
Good morning, Mac.
Good morning, Ninad. How's everything?
It's fine. Tomorrow you're gonna show us the way, huh? Asian session.
Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Let's see here. Setup I had in mind played out. Let's see over. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I remember this. You took a buy before the breakout. Good thing it played out. Perfect. Let's see here.
Yeah, full TP got hit
Oh, what was it?
at right where you have that. Give me 1 second. It was 1785. 400.
Okay.
Yeah, just now as we're getting close to 9
Oh,
a.m.
wow.
I
GU
don't want
was.
to be.
Yeah. What made you buy gold on the very top? It was not at the very top at all. It was, we were looking at this clean candle to the left hand side, and there was a wick right here which we rejected. So this is, once we started breaking above this area, this is where I bought gold, because there was enough range for price to move. It was like a 27 pip range to the left hand side, and that's where I bought gold. Yeah, that was basically my buy. Yeah, that was basically it. I took a buy right there. And price moved up, closed at around 20 pips. What headset do you use? My headset. I was trying to look for the box. This is a
Logitech.
yeah, Pro G something. Pro G, sorry, I forget the name. It was on sale They had a really good sale on it. I think retail was like $260. I got it for like $130. I always look for sales all the time. I love me some sales in the market. What does it mean when there's no wick at the bottom in 15 to 30-minute charts? When there's no wick at the bottom and a candle is closing bearish, let's say this candle is closing like this, bearish with no wick at the bottom, this means there's no range for the next candle to continue down. Does anyone know if Mac has an IG or his email? Oh, who's asking? The question is not who's asking. The question is, will you give it to them?
No, I got an IG. No email for now, unless I know who you are.
This is Mac's Instagram right here. Macedonian. Right here. This is Mac when fasting. This is Mac not fasting. This is actually a pretty good day right here. This Ted, this me, this Mac. Where's Mac? This Mac right there.
Yeah.
That's Kerbin. It's Kerbin right there. Prime 112.
Yeah, really good restaurant. Amazing meat.
Who is Ted? Ted was my mentor. Ted's my mentor, good friend. Yeah. Oh, Gigi's still in this range over here on the 30-minute time frame. This is a no trade range here for me. How would you have managed risk on that gold trade? Nothing. If gold would have hit my stop loss, you know, if it came down, if it broke above the high and came down, it would have hit my stop loss. There was no way to manage risk. My Magic Key app ain't recognizing the Magic Keypad. What should I do? I think you need to contact Magic Keys. And before contacting Magic Keys, you can go to magickeys.trade, and then you can go to the community forum, right? Here's the link. I'll paste it in the gulag here. You go to the community forum, and then, you know, some of your questions may be answered here. You can provide some insight to other people here as well. Troubleshooting, MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. I don't know why there's a cat with MetaTrader 4, why there's a dog with MetaTrader 5, but you get the point. I know you had a bullish bias on GJ, but if candles start to print against your original bias, do you act on it or leave it alone? I generally act on it, you know. So let's say if we have a support here, right? And if price closes below support, let's say this candle in the next 19 minutes closes below support, then I'm going to be looking to take sells for price to continue down. Yeah, because then we not only we have this wick to fill, which is 10 pips away, but then we have this whole range to continue down. How come you did not wait for the candle, close of the candle before you took the gold trade? Oh, let me put this right here. Trade 1, gold, buys, 20 pips. Because it was an impulse entry on gold. An impulse entry, yeah, it was an impulse entry. Let's take a look at this chart. Gold, why didn't you execute when the previous was strong bullish, please? What? Why didn't you execute here when previous was strong bullish, please break above? Because I wasn't comfortable with this wick rejection over here. That's why I didn't take this trade. But now when I look back and to say that, and to, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So now when I look back to see how could I have had a better entry, you're right. Maybe I could have had a better entry as this candle broke the high of the previous candle in the anticipation to fill this wick and then to continue up. I think that could have been a better entry. So now I'm looking back at my winning trade and to see that, okay, how I could have had a better entry. So I think if I had enough confidence, that could have been a better entry right there. You're right. But I went with this entry right here as we broke above 1782. Impulse entry when the 1 hour lower gets broken down to support on your JPY. Oh, this is an old chart. This is from 2 hours ago. Let's see what happened with your JPY. Oh, we did break down in your JPY on a 1 hour candle. Okay, yeah, now I remember this. Nice. We kind of like consolidated here, and then this, see this? We had an uptrend, came down, candle formed support, next candle broke support, and then easy move down. You know, so we were in an uptrend, came down, made a support, broke support, and then down, clean candle through the left hand side. Even though nowadays the market is ranging more, you are still able to get trades that can extend intraday without much drawdown. Thank you so much for the transparency for us to learn. Yeah, you know what? I wasn't able to get these trades before. You know, this just started happening maybe almost like 8 months ago. You know, because honestly, it was pretty difficult too. But like, you have to watch things happen over and over again. At times, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you see big moves happen, and then you gotta break those moves down. And then you gotta ask yourself that, okay, if you would have taken that same trade, where would have executed on that trade? And then you mark it down. You know, you draw the candles. You kind of like explain it to yourself. And then a point comes that you're like, okay, you know what? I've seen this happen before. I may want to execute on this with a smaller lot size and see if I can scale it overnight. You know, and slowly you start to enter those trades and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at this chart by Jonathan here. Pound yen sells, enter when it broke the low right here. Beautiful. Took off 50% as this is high risk trade. Very nice. Very nice. You took off 50%. Oh, wow. Look at that. If it breaks the low here, I think it's gone. Damn, look at that move over there. It came straight down. When you don't use a technical stop loss, do you always use 10 pips? Yes. I always use 10 pips. Because I know if I'm using 10 pips, I know exactly how much I'm losing. Let's take a look at this chart here. Sells on gold, executed sells as we broke the low here on the 5-minute time frame, secured positions. Nice. Let's see here. Over the past 5 years, have you noticed certain months always range? It depends, you know. It honestly depends. Some months are going to have more volume than other months, you know. Other months are going to have less volume. Like if you look at last year April was amazing. I had one of my best months ever. You know, this time in April, it was just straight range for pound yen. Very difficult. What will be the plan with GJ waiting for the 15 to close? I don't know. I think if I'm going to be looking for sells on GJ, I may want to wait for the 30-minute candle to see if it's going to close below 151, you know, 670, 660, because there's a support here and a rejection. So this 30-minute candle has to close below this area for the next one to continue down. And if you look at this situation compared with your JPY, look at this, right? Look at your JPY. Clean candles below support. Pound yen, kind of like the same idea, but this has to close below support because it's got this clean candle here to the left-hand side as well. When will you come back from Pakistan? Never. Staying away from this communist country, man. I've had it. It's so dumb. Like I look at guys in Florida and Miami, and they're just living life, man. They're partying. It just makes no sense at all. So annoying.
Yeah, you got Fidel Trudeau.
Yeah, Fidel Trudeau here.
Fidel Trudeau. I'm Cuban, so I know how it is. You know the vibe.
We got Doug Hussain. This is the guy who's calling shots in Canada. Let me show you guys who's calling all the shots. So Doug Ford. This guy right here. Hold on, let me go back. Let's go to images. This guy here, he's calling all the shots in Canada. He shut down all the gyms. He shut down everything you can do to stay healthy and fit. Do you think this guy even went to the gym once in his life? Probably. He doesn't know what going to the gym means.
He's like a meathead.
Yeah, like
his
like the Michelin man.
Bro, his net worth went from 5 million to almost 50 million in the last 18 months. So This is him laughing all the way to the bank.
Laughing to the bank.
He's the premier of Ontario. And you know what he said yesterday, 2 days ago? He said that if it was up to me, I would close the entire international border of Canada so no one can go out and no one can come in. Grounded.
That's worse than Fidel.
He's the Canadian Trump.
Trump was better. Trump was way better.
In terms of border walls, you know?
Yeah.
You're talking about communism here.
Yeah. Like no one likes him. Just insane.
It's like ironic because Canada was like one of the most carefree places, and now it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more hipster place in the world.
Yeah, because I remember when we moved to Canada, I was like, oh, nice. We're moving to Canada. You know, perfect, amazing country. Last 12 months, bro, like, get me the hell out of here. It's like, it's so stupid. Can't buy socks at stores. Can't buy underwear at the stores. Nothing. They're all sealed because they're non-essential. They're non-essential items. You can buy a TV though, no problem.
No problem.
From the same store, you can buy a TV because that's essential, but you can't buy underwear because no, man, that's non-essential. Gotta wash your old, ripped apart underwears and wear those.
And liquor, I don't get that. All liquor stores are open.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Look at GJ. I feel like I remember that you used to watch for failed breakouts and then look for them to retest the other side of the range. What made you stop looking for this? I had a low success rate on that. You know, fake outs, you mean, right? I had a low success rate. So this is just like if I'm going to execute, I want this candle to close below 151, 660, 670. Hi Raja, please reconsider this. I have made the same mistake coming back to Iran and I regret it. Man, Iran and Pakistan are two different things. Two very different countries. The Western world doesn't like Iran. Israel doesn't like Iran. It's just two different things. But it's a very beautiful country though. Yeah, looks like gold is still on its way over here. The train is still running on gold. But anyway, guys, I have to leave. I have to make some important phone calls. Oh, damn. This will go to 1789 over here. Look at this range. Clean range to the left-hand side. I wish I had my trade running in profits. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Thank you, Raja. Killed it. Shit.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. All right, take care, everybody. Have fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Raja.
All right, take care.
Have a good day.
Bahamas.
Bahamas.